Aloha and welcome to week 1 of your End Dieting Hell to Live in a Body You Love 90-day program. First, I just want to acknowledge you because if you're here, I know that you have been on a journey. I know you've probably tried many diets. Maybe you've hired a personal trainer and a nutritionist and nothing has worked. Well, I know that there is an inkling of hope inside of you going, gosh, Michelle's information hits my heart, it reaches my heart, it touches my soul. There's something in here that says yes, and you signed up. So you were brave enough to try one more thing. And I want to acknowledge you. So your soul is on an emotional expansion journey that is moving you toward peace through the trauma. No diet on earth is going to get you there. You literally have to go through the trauma. You have to integrate the trauma you've been through. You have to look at your life and as if it's a movie and go, okay, that was my experience. That's what I went through. And you have to release the judgment of making whatever happened to you right, wrong, good, or bad. And that is a process, and it takes a while to do that. You also need to release the judgment on yourself, because if you're a woman who struggles with her weight most of her life, then I know you're constantly judging yourself and constantly making yourself wrong. You have these standards that you can't live up to. So this first week is about exploration. You see, you're here in this lifetime. The human journey, being a human being, is about self-exploration. It's about who are you through your relationships, through the trauma you've been through the career that you love, the passions that bring about joy in your heart. Who are you? That's what being human is about. It's about exploring who you are. So this first week, all we're going to do is you're going to explore the emotional conditioned patterns that you have in your body. I'm going to explain those in a second. But first, I want to explain your member site. So you have access to BeFit. BeFit is an online workout program with a library of workouts that I have filmed around the world with positive affirmations. Some workouts are 10 minutes all the way up to 60 minutes. You can even do a live workout with me every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, where I see you and you see me and we're working out together and I'm checking your form. So that's really fun. So you have access to that in the BeFit. Go to BeFit Live or BeFit, go to the exercise library and you'll see that. Now, if you haven't worked out in a really long time, then go to the exercise library and scroll to beginner exercises or beginner workouts. And those are all the beginner workouts. If you have any knee issues or back issues, do the beginner workouts. You can also go to your strength training workouts and go to level 1. Those are all beginner workouts. And you can go to your cardio workouts. Those are in the exercise library. So just explore BeFit. The exercise library, the cardio workouts are really fun. You can take those as you go on a walk, and they're a guided cardio workout that will not only help you to burn the most fat at your fitness level, but will also help you release stress, help you ground, help you integrate where you're at in your life. There's different guided cardio practices. So explore BeFit. BeFit is about being fit. And again, you can join me live. Then you have access to the detox program as well. The detox cleanses your liver and your colon. Those are the two most important organs for weight loss. So you have access to the detox program. Your supplements are going to be mailed to you if you're in the US or Canada. They're going to be mailed to you during your 3rd week because you have 14 days to try this program out. You have an emotional addiction to not feeling good enough, to feeling frustrated that you can't, that you're constantly struggling with your weight, that you're still struggling with this issue. There's shame, there's embarrassment. Those are all emotional conditioned patterns. And that is because the body is emotionally conditioned to keeping you stuck. It's part of your personality. It's part of your ego self. You actually feel normal not living in a body that you love. You actually feel normal putting yourself down and feeling frustrated that you can't lose weight. normal. You feel normal, feeling frustrated, feeling embarrassed or guilty or ashamed of your body. It doesn't feel good, but it actually feels normal. You actually know how to run your life living in a body you don't love. You know how to do that because you've been doing it for so long. It's part of your personality. So when you have a thought is actually a peptide, an emotion. A thought creates an emotion. And that peptide, which is a protein, is released from your brain, and it goes down to the 50 to 70 trillion cells in your body. The 50 to 70 trillion cells in your body. Those cells look like a circle. They're a circle. Now, on the membrane of the cell is what's called a receptor site. And a receptor site is like a bridge. Like one receptor site is like a bridge. And a peptide is another circle. And the peptide goes down and it connects to that receptor site, peptide receptor site. And the receptor site is the bridge that then lets the frequency and the chemicals of that peptide, frustrated, I can't lose weight, that's the peptide. That connects to the cell, and now the cell vibrates at the frequency of, I'm frustrated, I can't lose weight. The chemicals that create that frequency, that emotion, go into the cells of your body. And the cells actually change their DNA to match the peptide. What happens is the more times you feel that feeling, the more receptor sites start to be created for that feeling. Each receptor site has to match the peptide, and it has to be the correct bridge that goes into the cell. So the more times you feel frustrated, you can't lose weight, the more receptor sites are created for that peptide. That means the more peptides can connect to the cell. That means the stronger that feeling becomes. That feeling is not who you are. It's a part of your personality, because the cells of your body are so conditioned to feeling that feeling. They have the more receptor sites for that feeling of frustrated, I can't lose weight, than for the feeling of I feel good in my body and I'm confident and happy woman. There's not many receptor sites for confident and happy and feeling and loving your body. There's not many receptor sites. That's why it doesn't feel strong for you. That's why it doesn't feel normal for you. But we can practice it. We can start to cultivate it. And the more we cultivate that feeling, the more it's going to have receptor sites, the more normal that it's going to feel for you in your body. But when you're first doing this work, it's not going to feel normal. So this first week is all about exploring what are the emotions that you are addicted to. And you don't want to make them wrong. We're not making any emotion wrong or right or good or bad. We don't want to label it. We just want to notice the feelings that you're having. Oh, I'm feeling frustrated right now. Oh, I'm feeling envious of that person over there. Oh, you're just exploring your feelings. Oh, I'm feeling ashamed that I had that big, huge cookie last night. All I want you to do is write it down. Scroll down, and there is a PDF that you can download. It is in Recognize Your Emotional Addictions. Recognize Your Emotional Addictions V2. Print that out or get a notebook and write it down. You're going to write down all of the emotional addictions you have so you can start to recognize them. So what's going to happen through this program is you're going to start to recognize the feeling that you're having. And when you recognize it, it's not that you are that feeling. It's that you're recognizing that feeling. Oh, there's my emotional addiction that I'm frustrated, I can't lose weight. There's that feeling, that frequency in my body. That's just emotional frequency. That's not all that I am. It's not where I come from. It's just an emotional frequency that my body feels used to. So here's the thing, the cells of your body are conscious. This is why your body can literally run you. You can drive a car without having to think about it, because the body is actually conscious, and it has literally memorized how to drive the car. Same thing with your life. You have memorized how to live a life struggling with your weight. So I told a client once, I said, you're not someone who struggles with her weight. You're someone who is addicted and has memorized the feeling of struggling with your weight. And you live your life from that feeling. And that feeling creates behaviors. Literally, that feeling in the body will send a signal to the brain to think a thought or to do a behavior that keeps that feeling alive. This is why diets don't work. You go on a diet, 4 to 6 weeks later, you have a feeling or a thought, oh, I've been really good. I'm going to have dessert tonight. I've been really good. I'm going to skip my workout. That thought comes from the emotional addiction of frustrated you can't lose weight, because your body is literally putting you, the emotions that you're addicted to are literally putting you on a path so that they know that once you do that enough times, once you go off your diet enough times, once you skip your workouts enough times, you're not going to go back and you're going to feel frustrated you can't lose weight again. That's the path that your emotions are going on, only because it feels normal for you to struggle with your weight. You see that pattern? You see how it goes like that? Isn't that crazy? Because this work is about exploring who you are, understanding who you are. Don't make yourself wrong because you have an emotional addiction of frustrated you can't lose weight. That comes from trauma, sweet lady. That comes from trauma. And that trauma was meant to happen in your life for an emotional expansion of your spirit. So I invite you to consider that your soul, before you came here, before you got here in this life, that your soul said, I'm going to go and be a human being, and I'm going to be born to these two parents, and I'm going to live at this location on earth, and I'm going to be in this body, and I'm going to go through, and I invite you to consider, to try on, that maybe your soul said, I'm going to go through that trauma, no matter how horrific it was. And I know that I'm strong enough to get through it and to return to the light. I'm going to be the evolution of my family. You are the evolution of your family. You are the prayers of your grandparents and your great-grandparents and your great-grandparents, your ancestral line. Your ancestral line had trauma and they had dreams, and you are that dream. You also have the vibrational frequency from your ancestral line. So if your parents struggle with their weight, if your grandparents struggle with their weight, if they struggled with self-esteem, if they struggled with not feeling good enough, that frequency can go down the generational line, and it can be in your body, because energy doesn't die, it just transforms. So what happens is now you're living, but you're living the dreams of your grandparents, and also your dream of living in a body that you love. And when you find that peace, when you experience that peace in your body, you're actually not only going to heal yourself, you're going to heal the ancestral line behind you. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And when you're there, you are just one cell, one being, one human being in the huge beingness of humanity. So not only do you evolve and find peace for yourself and find peace for your ancestral line, you start to find peace for humanity. And that's why you're here. This is exciting. It's exciting. So how do you do that? You integrate your trauma. You say, what I've been through was my human experience, and it's okay that it happened. It's not even it's okay that it happened, and I want to scratch that. So let's change that. It happened. It happened for me to emotionally expand and explore who I am. I'm not going to make it right or wrong or good or bad. I'm not going to make it. It no longer needs to be who I am becoming. It is a part of who I am. It's part of my personality. And I know that the trauma that I experienced is a part of my personality. It's not going away. And I don't want to try and hide that that it's not there. So what you do is you feel the feeling of frustrated you can't lose weight. And you breathe into it. And you say, okay, frustrated I can't lose weight, I feel you. Yeah, you've been here for many years. It's okay that you're here. And you breathe into it. Find the root cause of where it's at. Breathe into it. Expand it. Find it right now. Whatever feeling that you're having, that fear that this isn't going to work, I want you to find that. And I want you to breathe into it with your breath. Expand the fear in the cells of your body. Expand it through all of your limbs. Let it just be there. Don't try to fix it. Don't argue with it. Don't make it right or wrong or good or bad. Just go, okay, fear that this isn't going to work. I feel you. It's okay. You're here. And breathe into it. When you start to do that, it's going to start to shift it. And you're going to start to feel it release. You're going to start to feel it change. That's what this work is about. That's what this 90-day program is going to be about. You will forget this because you're going to be going through your day and something's going to come up. Maybe you'll see somebody who you envy and something's going to come up and you're going to go, oh, back into the personality of who you know yourself to be. Come back to this work. There's a meditation that you're going to do, and I want you to do that every single day. It's only 10 minutes, probably 8 to 10 minutes long. And I want you to do that every day because this is an everyday thing. This is a journey. This is not just one lesson after another, getting the lesson, going on. This is a journey of emotional expansion through dieting hell, integrating all the parts of yourself and moving toward peace. That's what this is, and it's a journey. So practicing this stuff every day matters. Doing that meditation every day. There's 2 things I'm going to do. You're going to do today. Those are water, hydration, and mirror work. Mirror work. Hydration is really important because your body is connected to the earth. And what is the earth? Mostly water. Your body is mostly water. The frequency of the earth actually affects you, and your frequency actually affects her. She is a spirit. She is a vibrational frequency. She is an entity. Mother Earth is an entity, and you are connected to her. So we're going to integrate all of who you are, all of your personality that thinks maybe you're just meant to be fat, that is angry that you're still doing this work. That anger, you have to understand, you have not integrated the trauma you've been through. Once you do that, the anger will soften. But also integrating the anger. It's okay that I'm angry. I've been working on this for a really long time. I get it. I get why I'm angry. It's okay, anger. It's okay that you're here. And you breathe into that anger. It'll start to change. It'll start to dissolve. And that's the integration. That's the peace. Because when you feel that, it's not going to feel the same. It's going to feel different. When my clients go, when I ask them, the one-on-one clients that I have, and you actually have access to me one-on-one, and I'll explain that in a second. When I ask a client, how does that feel? And they say, I don't know. I know we've hit gold, because that means you're going to have a new experience. They're going to have a new experience. So when you feel like, I know this is weird, this is different, what is this feeling? And you're like feeling this whole different feeling, that's the gold. That's gold mine, because we're on the right track then. It's a beautiful thing. Integration is why you're here. And dieting hell to live in a body you love is not about dieting. It's not about exercise. It's not even about weight loss, even though weight loss happens. It's about peace. It's about integrating all of your trauma, all the parts of you. So this week, sister, all you're going to do is explore who you are. What are your emotional addictions? Find them, see them, feel the feeling of that frequency and go, oh my gosh, that's the frequency of I feel ashamed of myself. That's a frequency in my body. And that's my emotional addiction. And you're exploring it. You're exploring the frequency. Where does that frequency live? Where's the root of that frequency of shame? And you're finding it and you're breathing into it and you're not making it wrong. It's a beautiful thing. It's just a part of your personality. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person or that you can never love yourself. It's you're integrating this, you're integrating that shame. You're experiencing it and you're letting it be a part of you without trying to fix it or arguing with it or making it right or wrong. This is your journey. This is what is meant to be human. Part of that, so this week, you're going to be doing the meditation. You're going to be exploring finding your emotional addiction so you can start to feel the frequency of them and go, oh, that's my emotional addiction. And you can start seeing it for what it is, a part of your personality. It's super cool when you start to see, oh, there's that feeling. There's the frequency. Super awesome. You're also going to be drinking a lot of water, clean filtered water in glass or stainless steel. Get rid of the plastic, okay? No more plastic for you, please. Glass or stainless steel water bottle and clean filtered water. You're part of the earth. She's mostly water. You're mostly water. Drink lots of water. And then the third thing you're going to do is mirror practices, mirror work, looking at yourself in the mirror. You have an emotional conditioned pattern when you look at yourself in the mirror or when you choose not to look at yourself in the mirror. If you're in the bathroom and you're in a public bathroom and you're like, I don't even want to look at myself in the mirror. I'm walking right by the mirror. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see what I look like. If that's you, that's an emotional conditioned pattern in your body, okay? I want you to look at yourself in the mirror and all I want you to say is, today, I'm giving you a break. That's it. That's what you're going to say. Today, I'm giving you a break. That's all you're going to say to yourself. And I want you to say that for at least 30 seconds because it takes that long to start to create a positive thought. When you have a negative thought, you cannot do a positive affirmation and feel the energy of the positive affirmation unless you change the frequency of your body, that's why I do positive affirmations with the workouts, because the workouts are changing the frequency in your body. Your heart rate is elevated, you're moving your body, you're changing the feeling in your body. So you can actually do a positive affirmation at that time and feel it. But if you are walking by a mirror, you're standing in front of a mirror, it takes 30 seconds to shift the frequency in your body. So I want you to stand in front of the mirror for 30 seconds. Every time you use the bathroom, you got 30 seconds. It's not a 10-minute, not even 10 minutes, 30 seconds. Time yourself and feel the frequency of looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, today, I'm giving you a break. That's the practice that you're going to do this week. So we're going to go through it again. Then I'm going to check my notes and make sure I've reached everything I need to reach in this video. Number 1, meditation. This is every single week you have a new meditation based on the module, based on the lesson. Please listen to that. It's 10 minutes or less. Please listen to that at least once a day, preferably twice. The more you listen, the better. You can even listen to it in the car. It's 10 minutes. Just be safe, okay? Honor yourself and don't listen if you feel unsafe in the car. Walking is a great time to listen to it. Meditation once a day. Water, as much as you can in a stainless steel or glass water bottle, filtered clean water. Third practice is mirror work. Today I'm giving you a break. Anytime you see a reflection in yourself and you feel that, oh, I didn't look good or whatever it is, pause, breathe. Today I'm giving you a break. And then I just want you to start to explore, what are your emotional addictions? What are they? Start to get to know yourself. What are they? Because they're just a part of your personality. That's all they are. They're a frequency. Start to get to know yourself. What are your emotional conditioned patterns around your weight? Because we're going to use them next week. So now I want to just check my notes. Oh, legal disclaimer. I'm not a doctor or psychologist or anything like that. So you know that if anything comes up in this that is beyond my expertise, please seek the help that you need. And you take full responsibility for your participation in this program. And I went through that. Explore your member site because you've got a lot of extra bonuses that I'm not going to go over here. You can take a look at them. Get on Be Fit. Try a workout. Oh, yes. Oh, goodness. I almost forgot this. This stuff is really good. Okay. Last parts. This is below. Your body, the flesh, is a radio. Your emotions are like the dial of a radio that are literally dialing in a frequency that's being put out into the field of all possibilities. This empty space is not empty. This is like water for a fish. A fish doesn't know it's swimming in water. We don't know we're swimming or walking or living in frequency. This is actually a frequency right around me that I cannot see. Joseph Campbell says, 1 cubic centimeter of this empty space has enough power to boil all the oceans in the world. 1 cubic centimeter. This empty space is around your body, is also inside of your body, inside every single cell. Let me just tell you something a little bit about your body. Every single cell has 100 trillion atoms. You have 50 to 70 trillion cells in your body, and every cell has 100 trillion atoms in that cell. In every atom, there are numerous protons, and it depends on the element of the atom, of how many protons there are. But we're talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of trillions of protons. In each of your protons, I'm going to say this again, in each of your protons is holographically enough information to recreate the entire universe. And I know this is like, what did Michelle just say? This is crazy stuff. This is quantum physics. In each of your protons, and there's the number is astronomical of how many protons you have. There's enough information holographically, because it has to be super, super small. It's not a material, but it's a holographic information in the proton to recreate the entire universe in just one of your protons. And that's in each of your protons. So why am I saying this? I'm saying this because if you have struggled with your weight most of your life, it is just an emotional conditioned pattern. It's a frequency. It's how you know how to do you. You don't know how to do you living in a body you love because you're not familiar with that emotional frequency. But it's only a frequency that you can start to learn and to practice. And how you do it is by integrating, accepting who you are, accepting all of your trauma without trying to fix it, without making it wrong or right or good or bad. I'm not saying your trauma's right. I'm not saying your trauma's good. I'm saying your trauma is part of your life experience. And that makes you you. If you fully accept it and you say, this is what I experienced in this life. This is my experience as being a human being. This is a part of who I am. And you just let it be you. That's where the freedom comes. That's where the peace comes. Now you can start to experience something else. But if you're constantly making yourself wrong because of trauma that you've experienced in your past, or if you're arguing with your trauma, like I shouldn't be doing this, I wish I wouldn't have done that, that's arguing with your trauma. That's a part of your personality that's never going to change. But if you go, yeah, I'm feeling frustrated, I can't lose weight. I understand why I'm feeling that. It's part of my personality. It's here in my body. And you breathe into it, starts to shift it, and you can start to have peace, because you can literally create miracles. What I just explained about the proton and how every single proton has enough information holographically to recreate the entire universe, that's how Jesus performed miracles. He knew this. He lined up his vibrational frequency of his body with what he wanted, which was infinite possibilities which live inside of you, inside of him. And he lined up his body with the frequency of what he wanted, bringing Lazarus back from the dead. Because all things are possible. In every cell of your body, you have the power to create anything that you want. And it starts with freedom and peace from the journey that you have been going on in your life, which says you're not good enough and you don't deserve to live in a body you love. And maybe you're just meant to be fat. Integrate those pieces of yourself, and you're going to find that peace that you've always wanted, because it's there for you. It's meant to be yours in this lifetime. You are the evolution of your family. By you having peace with your body, it will ripple back into your family line, and it will ripple out into humanity. I love that. So that was deep. I got chills. Your body is a radio. Your emotions are the frequency that goes out into the field of all possibilities. Start to tune in that frequency. Start to understand what channels you are playing every single day by exploring your own emotional conditioned patterns. And then we can start to tune it in to the channel that you want, which is living in a body that you love. The last thing I want to share, and I know I'm sharing a lot on this video, so please go through this again. Please go through this video again. Your heart and your brain need to sync up. That's what this journey is going to create for you. Your heart and your brain need to be in correspondence with each other. They need to be on the same page. When you're struggling with your weight for a really long time and you go through, you're on a diet. This is an example of how your heart and your brain are not in sync. You go on a diet and you're thinking to yourself, I'm doing good, I'm doing good. And all of a sudden you're pulled toward food for comfort. You're pulled toward that. And your brain goes, no, 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 don't go off the diet. Don't go off the diet. And you're being pulled toward comfort food. And you eat the comfort food because your heart, your body, your heart is literally pulling you toward that comfort food because you haven't integrated some type of trauma that was in your past. Something's happened. It's triggering that emotional trauma that's pulling you toward comfort food. So you're not addicted to food. You're actually addicted to the emotional frequency of wanting food. That's what you're addicted to. It's not about the food. It's never about the food. It's about the emotional trauma that's pulling you toward that. Here's what you have to know about your heart, because it's coming from your heart. It's coming from your body. It's coming from your heart. Your heart is the power core of your body. What you have to know about your heart is 100 times more electrically powerful than your brain. That means the energy you're putting out into the field is coming 100 times more from your heart than your thoughts. Your heart is 5,000 times more magnetically powerful than your brain. That means what you're pulling to you is coming from your heart, not your thoughts. You have to sync your heart and your brain together to be on the same page. When you do that, you will be living in a body you love really, really easily. You'll be pulled toward choices and toward foods that leave you feeling good about yourself. I mean, literally, you'll be pulled toward it. The other foods that you used to eat that would trigger you, you won't even want them anymore. When your heart and your brain are in sync on the same page, it won't even be, you'll be like, I can't believe I used to eat that way. That's how you're going to be. That's what this program is about. That's what this 90-day journey is about. It's about bringing your heart and your brain back into alignment, fully integrating all of your trauma so that you can live in a body that you love. Your journey is going to be ups and downs. Expect that, okay? Expect that. Be on the live calls with me every Tuesday, 10 a.m. I'm sorry, not 10 a.m. That's a Be Fit program. Every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Every first Tuesday of the month. So you get 3 of those calls. If you want more support, click on the link below and get a one-on-one session with me, and we can talk about how I can support you with private sessions. Okay, sister, take a look below. Remember, hydrate. So I'm just going to repeat this one more time. Meditate every day. These are 10-minute meditations, super, super quick. Hydrate, drink lots of clean water in a glass or stainless steel water bottle, not aluminum or plastic. Get rid of that. Mirror practice. Every time you see your reflection, every time you go to the bathroom, give yourself 30 seconds. It's not very long. And just look at yourself and say, today I'm giving you a break. And say it in different tonalities. Today I'm giving you a break. Today I am giving you a break. Today I'm going to give you a break. And you say it different ways, different tonalities, different speeds. Today I'm giving you a break. Today I'm going to give you a break. You say it in different tonalities for 30 seconds. Those are the things you want to do. There's also a creation book below. I know this is a lot, but this is just the first call. Every other call gets a little bit, there's a lot less information because there's just a lot. There's a Live in a Body Love creation book. Click on that link below, okay? Open that creation book. It's going to give you even more support. You have a self-assessment that you can take. You're going to take now, the middle of the program, at the end of the program. And there's a lot more support in that creation book because you're creating your life living in a body that you love. It's a beautiful thing. I so love you. Thank you so much for saying yes to me as your ally, your Live in a Body You Love ally, your Live in a Body You Love guide. I'm going to guide you, but this is your journey. This is your 90-day journey to live in a body that you love. You are meant to go through this. You're meant to have peace in your body. You're meant to feel confident, and you're meant to have the most amazing self-esteem where you walk into a room and your vibrational frequency touches everyone in a loving, kind way. And they see you and they go, who is that? Who is that woman who I can feel before she even walks into the room? Who is she? She's vibrating at a really high frequency. And it feels so good to be around her. That's your journey. That's who you're meant to be. And I so thank you for letting me be part of your experience. It's not a mistake you found me. It's not a mistake you joined. Please listen to the meditation sometime today and every day. Your life is about to change if you're willing. Remember, you get to be on these calls. You get to do this. I so love you, sister. Much aloha, much mahalo. I will talk with you soon. I'll be on the next module. Remember to put that alarm in your phone. Don't forget, you get to live in a body you love. Much mahalo.